If you think hanging a bathroom mirror is just a matter of punching a few screw holes in the wall, think again. One small mistake can leave your mirror crooked, loose, or even shattered. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to install a large bathroom mirror the right way. Along with a few professional tricks, it'll make the job go faster, easier, and much more accurate. So today we're going to be installing this large 55 by 36 aluminum bathroom mirror. Now, for the most part, hanging a bathroom mirror is pretty simple, but because of its size and weight, it does require a little bit more accuracy. Being off just a little bit on the measurement can throw the whole thing out of level very easily. Now, a few things we want to have for this project, and I do recommend making sure you have all this stuff before you start. Save yourself some trips to the hardware store. I have a tape measure, a stud finder. Again, it's going to depend a little bit on the mirror. It's good to have a stud finder ready in case you can use it. A level, this is going to be a 4-foot because it's a 55-inch mirror. I definitely recommend having the same size level or bigger than the mirror you're hanging. Drill bits, or whatever size drill bit you need. If your mirror comes with them, great. I always like to have drywall anchors too, because if you buy a cheap mirror, a lot of times you're going to get cheap drywall anchors. And for the most part, I found that any drywall anchors that come with the product, usually you throw them away. That's the best place for them. And you have a drill, screwdriver, and if you got one, definitely a vacuum to clean up. Now, first thing we want to do is determine where we're going to be putting that mirror. This mirror is 55 inches. I know it's going to fit inside here. It's going to fit tight, but it will fit. So we want our mirror to be centered. Again, if you got two different mirrors, you're going to center them off the faucets. But in this case, it's a full-length mirror that's going to go across the whole vanity. So because I know I have wall here, I want to determine where my center point is. So this is 57 inches. Now the height of the mirror is going to be 36 inches. But I don't want to measure from here. I want to leave some space here. I like to leave about 4 inches. So I'm going to add 4 inches to my total height. So it's going to be 40 inches. I'm going to mark 40 here. Now to match up my two lines here, I'm going to go ahead and set my level. Now at this point, we know where the top of the mirror is going to be. Depending on where your hooks go, this is where you would want to set your offset. So let's say your hooks are down here. You want to measure between here and where your hook's going to go and determine what your offset is. Then go up to your line here and drop it down and put another line and then level that as well. Here's the template for the brackets. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center of where those brackets should be. I'm going to find the center on this template. So this goes right to the end of there. But if it were this one, I would just measure from here to here. It's 33 inches. So we're going to be 16 and a half. That's going to be the center of my template. Now I'm going to bring my template back here and I can simply put this right in the center. And that's a quick way to figure out exactly where your holes need to be. So now I'm going to take whatever side drill bit the directions tell me I need. This is 3/8. Actually tells me I need 25/64, but it's an obscure drill bit. This one will work just fine. Now, when you put it on your mark, dimple it a little bit, make a little mark there. Otherwise, the drill bit will move on you a little bit. Find the point, push it in a little bit. Now these are a decent drywall anchor, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. If they're not, bring your own. Like I said, that's what you get the extra for. These don't require, you don't need a hammer to put them in. You should be able to just put them in with your fingers. Just push it in. Now if you can, it is nice to be able to find a stud, but there wasn't a stud close to where I really needed to be. So we're talking here. So if you find a stud, that's optimal. In this case, unfortunately, there was not really a stud close to where I needed the drywall anchor or close to where I needed the brackets to be to make it level. So you could adjust the brackets a little bit to hit a stud. but this is fine. These drywall anchors will work. And I want it centered more than I care about. If it's really, really heavy, if it's 70 or 80 pounds, yeah, hit a stud, that's your best option. But in this case, it's about 25 to 30. The drywall anchors will be fine. Now, because the screws are so long in this case, I am going to use a drill. If they were shorter screws, I would just use a screwdriver because you don't want to over tighten these. If you can avoid over tightening them, that's the best way to go. But because they're so long, it would take a really long time to screw them in. And I can get pretty tight. And I can get pretty close, and then I can tighten it with the screwdriver. So now I'm pretty tight in there. I can do the last little bit with a screwdriver and adjust the bracket right where I need it to and make sure it's not over tightened. Now, before I finish tightening these all the way, take your level, set it down, just make sure you're level. You need to come up. You can make some adjustments to the bracket. Now I want to get the side set, and I did one of these before and it just didn't sit right. So check your level, just make sure it's fully seated because otherwise it'll pull off really easily and you don't want that. Now, like I said, for the most part, it's not a horribly difficult project, but you want to make sure you get the brackets in the right place, because if that bracket is off just a little bit, it's going to throw a large mirror like this off quite a bit. So make sure you get the line up top and make sure you get that level as possible, and you're going to save yourself a lot of headaches and you're going to get a great result. As always, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, we definitely appreciate it. Super thanks. We're a small channel and every little bit helps us grow the channel. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.